Greetings, Kindred. I am Voivode Maquette, and welcome back to our world of darkness and level by level, where we are going over the various disciplines of Fortitude and what they can give your character and how they can flesh out your campaign. Today is the level 2 power of Toughness, a level of Fortitude that just kind of makes it sound like a standard level of Fortitude, but these things do so much more in V5 than they have in the other editions. The book states, all vampires with this power exhibit an innate ability to ignore damage that would otherwise inconvenience or even disable others of their kind. While this power alone gives no protection against banes and other aggravated damage, the protection it confers adds up in the long run. So this is one of those things that it's just going to make you supernaturally more tough. The cost is 1 rouse check, so you do actually have to start calling upon the blood to activate this discipline. It isn't something that's just on all the time. So if you can sneak up on somebody with this level of Fortitude, you might be able to get away with something. The system states, subtract the Fortitude of the defender from all superficial damage sustained. This occurs before halving the damage, and cannot reduce the damage below 0. So you might take 1 superficial damage, but what you do is you straight out remove all your Fortitude issues. And since it does say that this happens before you half the damage, because vampires half superficial damage, let's go ahead and say that somebody pulls out a gun and starts shooting, and they're really good at it and end up doing 6 damage to your vampire. Therefore, since you half it, you will be taking 3, right? Okay, so if you've got Toughness, you would instantly remove the first, let's just say you had 5 levels of Toughness, let's just max you out. You would end up removing 5 points of damage from that 6 damage. So you've got 1, and then you can't really half that because you always have to at least take 1. The duration is 1 scene. So this is one thing that you rouse the blood, and it will stay active as long as you are in that scene. So I really do love this power. I think this is probably the quintessential Fortitude power when it comes to the way that things are described here, because it really is just removing your petty damage, your gunshots, your stab wounds, your beatdowns. That is until you actually start rolling over and taking aggravated damage. Then it can actually start causing some problems. I am Voivode Maquette. This is our world of darkness, and we've had a very quick look at Toughness for Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. If any of you have had a good example of where Toughness has saved your hide, I'd love to hear from it. Because we are getting into more combat stuff in Thicker Than Water, but the game is more of an intrigue game than anything else. So as much as we do have characters who have Fortitude, they actually don't get to use it that much. So I cannot wait to hear from you, and class dismissed.